Alright, so taking a look at your file, it's good that you're starting off with curves. That's a good thing. But there's certain things that are problematic with this that I think that's creating the problems that you're having with trying to close it and extrude it to be like a proper closed object in Rhino. Um, so for example, like these areas, I'm assuming they're supposed to be aligned. Um, and then one other thing, when you're modeling something so like symmetrical as a diamond, well, first of all, like I probably wouldn't recommend you model something like a diamond. It's probably easier to just download one from the internet. But the process of modeling it's good to learn Rhino um, that way. So like when I'm modeling something like this, the first thing I do is kind of study the object itself. So I imported this picture, and it's very symmetrical. So in cases like this, it's easiest to just model like certain like one part of it. So I see like there's like these areas here, these faces, and then it's just repeated. It's the exact same. So I'm just gonna model one of them, and then I can just copy it. And same for these faces too. So let's do that. I'll show you how I would model the curves and turn the curves into surfaces, and then in the end you just join them all together. So you know I usually I'm just gonna start off with like the basic outline, maybe put a center line here. Let's see, this is 16.5. Okay. And we can rotate this. Let's try 45, 50. Okay. And then let's see what this is. Okay, let's go 0.85. 0.85. It's always good to just model precisely, I feel. So you it's like type in numbers and angles and all that. What is this? Okay, so we have this basic outline here. I think the next thing I would do is try to get these points. So it can be a little tricky. But I think the best way is to make an arc. So I'm gonna set some lines here. 3 point. Go 3.75. I can make an arc, or I can do. Let's use a circle actually. Circle 3 point, and then divide this. So I'm looking at this and I can see in this diamond there's like 1, 2, 3, and I'm assuming there's like a fourth side here. Um, that's kind of flat to this view, so there'd be 8 divisions total. So I'm gonna do 8. Select last, and I can just rotate these so that they're aligned here. Okay, so now the problem that I'm seeing now is that our points aren't completely aligned to the edge here. So like the edge that we're seeing is really there. So I'm gonna have to scale this to there. And now we have our points. So from here it's easy, just draw line, 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 and then planar surface. And we have our first surface that we can use. And we can just copy this. Like that. Okay, let's work on these surfaces next. So I'm just gonna draw another arc here. There's our line. And then can loft this. Okay. So I know, let me check here. Yeah. So I know this is going to go up a little bit, and I'm just gonna follow like the pattern that you had. I know in this one it's kind of curved, but okay, so you can do offset surf, scope 1, and let's try 100. Okay. And 100. Right. And maybe 0.2, 0.25. Yeah. And then just connect these. Okay, don't need that. And then we can do planar surf. And then we can just mirror this. Yep. And then copy this. so the bottom is done, and we can basically use the same process for the top. So I'm gonna copy this again. .5, okay. 0.5. Circle, and then divide this again. So I think there's also looks like there's also gonna be 8 segments for this one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then the fourth one is like tangent to this view. So let's do 8 again. Alright, and then we have to scale this again, just like last time. There, delete that. Okay, now we can draw our lines again. And we need this one. And we can just copy this again. And then, yeah, it's kind of like the same process. Oops. So same thing we did for these, we can do again for this one. So I'm gonna tween curves here, extrude. Then draw a line. We can loft. And then offset. And I think we use 100. Yep. And 100. Negative 100. Negative 90. 45. Let's use negatives. Let's use this one. And this is 0.25. And we can connect them. just like that. And then these last ones are easy, so we can just draw a line and then planar surface. And copy this again. And we have the top done. Alright, so this is good progress. I'm gonna select all my surfaces and then copy it over. Just select all these. Actually, alright, and then we can just join these together. Do border to check that we don't have any inaccurately placed surfaces. Alright, so there's one. There should be 2 borders. Yep. And 1. Yep. Alright, so we can just do planar surface again for this one. Join, do border, and then loft these. And we just need to make sure these are aligned. Like that. Join. And I think that is it. And we can check that we modeled all of these faces correctly, especially for something like a diamond using EMAP. So we want to see creases at each place where the face ends. So we want an edge there. And seems to be good.